There we go. All right. So thank you guys for joining us tonight on our sneak peek. My name is Dia Myers. I am one of the founders of this team, and I'll share with you guys a little bit more about my story as the evening progresses. But I am grateful that you guys joined. We are grateful that you guys joined because you didn't have to be here tonight. So we just want to thank you for coming and thank you for being a part of this, because the person who invited you really cares about you and wanted to share this information with you. So thank you guys for being a part of this. I am going to go ahead and mute everyone so that we can minimize some of the background noise and the feedback. But there's an option to raise your hand, or physically even just raise your hand if you have a question, and I'll open it up to you guys, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just did that. So what I like to do is I use like a presentation as a guide, but I'm not the kind of person that kind of follows the script. I just use it to keep my thoughts in here, and just to make sure I cover lots of bases. We have people on the call that are on here for different reasons. So I just kind of want to, get some basics out, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to share my screen to a set of slides that I have prepared. So I'm hoping that this works the way it should, and it looks like we may be seeing 2 slides, but that's okay. We're gonna work it out. So what you are seeing here is basically, like I said, why we're here. You're gonna learn who we are, what we do, how we earn, and how you can join us if at the end of this, this is something that appeals to you, right? My name is Dia Myers, and my husband's name is Rob Myers. We both became coaches in 2010. So we are, coming up on almost 6 years of being Beachbody coaches. And the journey has been something that neither of us could have ever imagined. When we first started, we were both Beachbody customers, and my husband ordered P90X, and I was completely skeptical of anything having to do with this infomercial, anybody getting next six-pack in 90 days. Like, I was like, this is not gonna work. I don't know why you're doing this, but okay, fine. If you want to order it, order it. And fast forward to now, and again, I'll fill in some of the holes, as we progress. But now this is what I do. I'm a full-time Beachbody coach. I was working full-time at the time. I built my business part-time, and because of the passion and because of people like you guys, and just really being able to change people's lives in a real tangible way, my passion grew, and I truly believe that this is part of God's plan for me. So it's just been an amazing journey. And so why Team Triumph? Like, that is the name of our team, and we really truly consider ourselves a kingdom and a family of coaches. We are friends, and if you were on this call in the beginning, you will see that we truly are a family. We have fun. It's like I said, it's just something I never envisioned, just having ordered a DVD program online, almost 6 years ago. And what our mission is a mission to change lives. Our motto is together we triumph. And no matter what that is, whether that's a fitness journey, whether that's a financial journey, whether that's a spiritual journey, whatever journey you're on, and we are here and honored to be able to help you through that, we do it together. And so our mission is to change legacies, and not just one life, right? Not just your life, but the lives of your family, because the things we do now are the things that are going to shape the future of our families, of our kids, of our spouses, in our homes. And no men are on this call, and there may be men listening, but you know what, ladies, as women, for the most part, we truly run our homes. So what happens, what we do really becomes the standard for what happens in our lives. So, we really, truly, I take that seriously, and, I just try to be better and better every day. What is Beachbody, right? Many of you guys have said you've heard about it. This is a company that started with infomercials in the 90s. And the Coach Network, right, was founded in 2007. What does that mean? That means that the company existed on its own, just selling products. And then at some point they realized that there are people like me, like like Carolyn, like Angela, who they know people, and people are going to see their success. They're going to see what they do, and we're going to talk about it. And we're going to be that link between what people see on television and someone being able to touch someone whose lives have been changed by these products. And the first coaches were customers, just like me and just like many of you guys. It became like a natural, organic networking opportunity, because that's what happens. You do something, you're sharing it with people, and they just decided that, you know what, why not pay the people who are referring the products to us and pay us to support people on their journeys. Like, it just made sense. So people often wonder, well, what is it? What are coaches, and why are you called coaches, and what does that mean? And do I have to know anything? And let me just be clear. The answer to most of the things right now that you are thinking you have to do is no, right? It's you actually don't need to have all of those things that maybe you're thinking that you need to do, right? So what do? We're business owners, right? We encourage, we motivate, and we support. We share our journeys, we have fun, and we make money by supporting others. And so some of the pictures that you see here are just like things that we've done as a team. That one picture's in my backyard, us sticking together, and another picture is, something that happened at our summit last year. That was me actually. Someone came up to me, and that is the team praying over us, because it's just, we are so much more than coaches. We really are a family. And so I'm just, like I said, I'm just grateful. Who are we not, and what do we not have to be, guys? We do not have to be fitness experts. We don't have to be medical experts. We don't have to be nutrition experts. We do not have to be fit from day one. We do not have to store products in our offices or basements. And we don't have to be salespeople. And let me just step back and kind of fill in a piece of my story here. When I first became a coach, I started for the discount, because I was practicing law at the time. I was, I wanted to get fit, and I didn't have time. I had 2 very young children, and I was like, I can't get to the gym. I'm already working a ridiculous amount of hours, but I had mom guilt. I was like, I can't take away more time to go to the gym and not be with my kids. That was a me thing, right? That was a me issue. And I realize that now, that in a lot of ways that was my wrong thinking, because we can't be for anybody else until we are for ourselves. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but that was my thinking at the time. So I was like, I just wanted the discount. I signed the button. I didn't know anything about a business, but I was like, I like to save money, and I like these products, so I'm going to hit this button and I'm going to sign up, okay? And I was over 200 pounds when I first started my fitness journey. And you know what? It was like people believed my story because I was me. I was still me, and I was on a fitness journey, and I was using these products, and I was like, oh my God, this thing works. And if you guys are on Facebook, and most of you probably are, Facebook has that, like, 2 years ago today, 3 years ago today. Like, it was like 2 days ago when it told me in 2009, I asked someone, I saw an infomercial for this workout called Insanity. Has anyone ever tried it? So when you think about the fact that I was doing that before I became a coach, so it's really funny how things, kind of go full circle. And so, what we truly believe is that change starts with you, right? Is there something that you want to improve in your life? Do you suffer from any physical challenges, emotional challenges, or financial challenges? That's how most of us started as coaches, right? We wanted to change something in ourselves. And that's the same reason why most of us started as customers. And we all know someone that's affected. And I'm not going to go through all of these things, but there are different medical conditions and physical and mental conditions that people walk around with every single day. And, the list that's here, thyroid conditions, blood cell disorders, diabetes, cancer, blood pressure, depression, lack of confidence, low energy, like we all know someone who has suffered from something on this list. And the things that we have and the things that we have been able to share with people have changed that. Is it a miracle thing? No, right? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that what we have is a miracle. But for some people, it feels that way. You know what I'm saying? Like it truly, truly is. And so what I want to share with you is a short testimony of someone on our team who has one of these conditions and what it's done for her. And I'm going to take a sip of water while I share this with you guys. So I'm going to pray that actually, let me go back. Oh, sucky. Let me go back. Is this going to play? It's not working. So let's see. Hold on. See? Technology. I'm going to stop the share for a second because, first of all, I can't see you guys when I'm sharing. I want to be able to see your faces. Okay. Let me see if this will work. Go to page.
You're talking about.
Okay. All right. So when I have that on, I can't see you guys. So just bear with me. I want to see your faces and take a breather and, you know. All right. So here we go. I'm going to share this again, and hopefully you guys can hear this. I had to give it permission to share the sound. Okay.
Myself, and oftentimes as coaches, sometimes we can get caught up in our titles and ranks and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, one thing that we have to understand is that this is about changing people's lives. And for me, that's just been the most gratifying thing here. I mean, you know, when you have a vision for something and it comes to pass, like there's nothing more amazing than knowing that, for example, our team, Team Triumph, we are about changing people's lives and their legacies. And so one person I'm going to introduce here is really a godsend, and I'm not even going to look at her in more ways than one. But she'll tell you how her life has been changed. She's one of our diamond coaches, and her name is Adila Brody. So.
I want to take you on this journey. One that is not just physical, but emotional, mental, medical, and spiritual. 2004, a 9-year-old daughter, partially paralyzed. Tingling in my right side, going down my arm, down to my leg. Can't walk, can't take care of her. Divorced, single mother. Don't want to depend on anyone because this is my child. A year and a half, almost 230 pounds. The doctor says, if you don't have this gastric bypass surgery, you won't be able to walk anymore. After a year of trying to lose weight, trying to eat right, trying to work out, surgery complete. storm was over. 2010, went out, tried to open up a business, started getting sick, lost it all. Finances, gone. Mutual funds, gone. Personal savings, gone. The storm comes rolling, but I hold on. 2011, I started getting sick again. Doubled over, couldn't sleep, couldn't walk, pain. In and out of the hospital, going back and forth to the doctors. Single mother. Storm is rolling, but I hold on. Doctor said, we don't know what's wrong with you. We can't find anything wrong. Continue to be sick, in and out of hospitals, but I hold on. 2012, the doctor said we have to have a biopsy. Okay. Ms. Jabbar, can you come in right away? Okay. We need to have emergency surgery. Cancer. Storm is rolling, but I hold on. All right. 2013, about to get married to the man that I truly love and am in love with, and God sent him back to me. Clouds peel back for a moment. Sky is bright for a moment. August 4th, 2013, we say I do. Shine in bright skies are bright. 2 months later, I'm doubled over, sick, pain, stomach swelling, holding on tight to my husband's hand, saying, I don't know what's going on. But I stand firm, still believing. One day, my husband had to call the ambulance because I couldn't walk anymore. They rushed me to the hospital. Doctor comes in. Mrs. Brody, we need to have emergency surgery. Oh, heck no, not again. I've been cut too many times, been under the knife too many times. No, I said to him. He said, but Mrs. Brody, we need to remove your gallbladder. It's about to explode. I said, you come back tomorrow. What? You come back tomorrow. I need to talk to JC. Who's JC? Jesus Christ. I said, I'm tired of being cut. That's what I said to my husband. We got on the phone. My husband never posts he hardly posts on Facebook. He posts and asks people to start praying. I stood firm. I reached out to everyone and said, we need your prayers, not now, but right now. I refuse to be cut again. I know what you said to me. I know that you said I have healing. So I stand firm, and I believe right here, right now, that I will no longer be put under this knife. The next day came. Thursday, they took me to prepare for the operation. They wanted to examine me one more time. And I said, thank you. I am healed. The doctor came running in because they thought that they took me to the operating room. She told me, Mrs. Brody, I said, what? I'm not going, right? She said, they came and they told you? I said, who's they? Only one person got to tell me. The gallbladder was no longer exploding. Everything was back to normal. They saw nothing, nothing. I stood there and I looked at them and I said, I stand firm. 2014, December 9th to be exact. God said, now is the time to reach out to someone about Beachbody. Because in 2012, my girlfriend who's here, I see her, she reached out to me and God said, no, not now. Now is not the time for Beachbody. So I said no. December 9th, 2014. I asked him, well, who? He said, Dia. Didn't know her personally. Only knew her from one of our pages because we ran together with other sisters. I reached out to her. We spoke. I became a customer. God said, I didn't say customer. I said, okay. We were in Mexico with my Max 30 DVD. I reached out to her and said, how do I be a coach? And she said, you sure? I said, yes. That's what he said, not me. So she told me what I had to do. Came back, found out that went to the doctors again because my blood levels were low, single digits. My body was no longer producing blood. My blood level is of a 4-year-old, level 5, my hemoglobin, 5, single digits. In and out the hospital treatments weekly. Getting up, you saw the pictures, that's 7 days I was in the hospital on Mother's Day. I got out 2 days before Mother's Day last year. You saw me in the wheelchair. I had ran a race, but I was feeling ill because my blood levels are low. It's hard for you to walk. It's hard for you to do anything. So I was taking weekly treatments, weekly, getting stuck, IV, weekly. Asked my hematologist. With her reluctance, she said, yes, I told her about Shakeology. I said, listen, we've tried every single thing. I'm tired of getting stuck. I'm tired of being in and out of these hospitals. I'm tired of sitting here weekly, sitting here being poked and prodded. There is something that I need to do. And God said, drink. And I'm drinking. I said, oh, here's the storm again. But I stood firm, believing. You brought me this far. I know you're not leaving me. Went to the doctors about maybe January, February. They gave me the test, we run blood tests. I get cocktails every 4 weeks. So they ran the blood tests. My sheet came back. Never in my entire life have I ever seen my hemoglobin in double digits. It came back 11.9. I did a Holy Ghost jig right up. So, although many of you have stories of physical, going from 230 pounds, yes, and then you're at your ideal weight. But this journey for me has been more than physical. It has been an emotional journey. It has been a spiritual journey. Because I'm here to tell you, when the devil tries to discredit you and tries to tell you that you cannot be a Beachbody coach, when the devil tries to tell you that you can't rank advance because you're sick and that you have to go in and out of the hospital, when the devil tries to tell you no, there's a higher power that's here to tell you yes. So there's going to be days that you sit and you ask and you question and you say, God, what is my purpose? Why am I here? But I need you to take a moment and be still and quiet. Because sometimes he whispers. You need to be quiet. And
Uh-oh. Can you guys hear? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Looks like we had some.
here
Oh,
and
okay.
say, you, my child, are here to save lives. You, my child, are a testimony. You, my child, have a story to tell. So you tell it. You tell it to 1, you tell it to 10, you tell it to 100, but you tell it. I brought you through this storm for a reason. I brought you through this storm to let people know that I am the one in charge. And when I give you the purpose in life, you are to walk in it and walk in it to fulfill what I need you to fulfill. And that's why we are working. That's why we are Beachbody coaches.
Okay. I tell you, is my screen still sharing? No, okay. I don't know if you had to see the end of it to get what I get emotional every time I hear that story. Not just because that's her story, but because that is so many stories behind what we do. I always say I'm not gonna cry, but this business has really changed my life in so many ways. And it's not just the business. It's being blessed to be able to help people in that way, and really truly change people's lives in a way that is meaningful. And I mentioned earlier that, I was practicing law when I became a Beachbody coach. And I thought that was something that I always wanted to do. I thought that was what I was supposed to do, right? I wanted to do it since I was 7. I went to law school. I did everything, I was supposed to do, right? And I was a part-time coach, and meaning that I was doing this at night, on the weekends, or whatever, because I was just that passionate about how my life had already been changed. I'd lost 70 pounds, doing Beachbody programs and drinking Shakeology every day, and it was something that I just was always talking about. Like Adila said, our story matters to people, and we have to share our stories, right? And so that's what I was doing. I was just sharing what I was going through. And at some point last year, well, almost 2 years ago now, I auditioned to be in one of the workout programs with Shanti. And at the time, I was still practicing law, and the ad that came up, on Facebook that I happened to see was, are you in the best shape of your life? Can you be available for a month? And can you, are you this, are you that, are you this, are you that? And logically, everything in my brain said, no, you are not any of those things, right? So don't even fill out the application. But guess what? My spirit told me, you need to fill out this application. So I filled out the application, I sent it in, they called me in, and I remember making a video because I was going in for this audition. I didn't even know what I was going in there for. But I think I said it was an infomercial or something, like the video that I recorded that morning, because I just wanted to sort of chronicle that journey. And I went in there, and, now I know what the workout was called, but at the time we didn't. We just were going in for some workout. And so I auditioned, which meant I was, they did moves and we had to do it. And I felt like I was gonna die, literally, like die. And if anybody knows some of Shanti's workouts, that's how you feel, like a few minutes into this workout. And so I was like, oh my God, there's no way they're gonna pick me. There are some beautiful and some very fit people up in here, and I am not those things. So this was fun while it lasted, but I don't know that this is for me, but after the audition, I took some of my friends who I had seen at the audition, some other coaches, people that I knew, and we went in a room and we prayed. And I said, God, if this is something that you have for me, you will make a way. You will make a way for this to work. And so they said, okay, see you later. If you hear from us later, you'll hear from us tonight if you can come back. It was really like, I don't know if any of you guys are actors, but I really felt for people in that profession, because I was like, oh my God. It was like, you just felt like, okay, I don't know what just happened. I don't even know if I'm worthy enough to get picked, but guess what? You'll hear from us tonight. And it was like a waiting game. So I got an email that said, please come back the next day. Meanwhile, I had taken a personal day from work to do this. I was like, well, I'm gonna just take this day off. And then the next day to go back, I was like, oh my God, I need to take another day. So I took another day. And when we got there, the people who were asked to come back, they broke the news to us that we were selected to be in the cast. Okay, sorry. I knew at that moment that was God, because there was nothing about me that said this chick is gonna be in the DVD, and work out with Shanti, but what it was for me being selected was that I was gonna be a person, and I don't mean me, I don't take any glory for that experience at all. What I'm saying is I was so honored to be someone in a DVD that was going to change someone's life, like my life had been changed because I put in a DVD 5 years ago, And so I was just like, I am gonna be able to do this for someone else? Like, are you kidding me? And so, like I said, God made a way. I was still working, I was filming, and we shot the DVDs, and I, my job was flexible, and I loved them for that. But then at some point, I needed to just, it was very touch and go. Like TV, I guess this is the way it is. And it was like, no, you need to be here today. And so I had to tell my job I need to take a short leave of absence, like 2 weeks to do this. And they were kind of like, oh, you feel serious about this thing, this fitness thing. And I was like, yes, because it changed my life. And so if I had to take this time unpaid to be able to do this, that's what I'm going to do, because there are going to be people whose lives are changed because of this. And so they allowed me to do that. And it was during that time that I just was living, like I felt like I was living in something that I had become so passionate about over the course of 4 years at that point. And so I went back to work, and it was fine. I shot, we were done. I went back to work. I had my cases, we were working. And one of the things that we used to do when we were on set, if we weren't there for that day, we would say, like, if we missed one day, we would be like, oh my God, I'm so FOMO. I don't know if any of you guys know what that term means. And I didn't know either until we were, shooting. It stands for fear of missing out. So if we became like a family because we spent so much time together while we were shooting. And so if some of us were there and some of us weren't because of, some were in certain videos or whatever, we'd be like, oh my God, how was it today? I'm so FOMO, I missed out. And so I went back to work. And the first day I got back to work, there was something on my desk waiting for me. And I'm gonna show you what it is. I'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere physically. I just like to pick up something. And I keep this, it was a postcard. I keep this for this reason. When I got back to my desk, I had a postcard from a legal place to do my continuing legal credits. And this is what was on the postcard. FOMO. And so when I looked at this postcard, again, I'm like, this is God. If I stay right here doing the same thing that I have been doing all of this time, then I am going to be missing out on my life, what He has planned for me. And so you know what? It was time. It was time for me to say goodbye to that life and start my new life. And so I keep this, it's been over a year now for that reason, because I truly believe that I was missing out on life. And I'm a completely different person than I was 5 years ago. I mean, not just physically and having lost the weight, but spiritually, emotionally, the number of friends and family that I've gained just from coaching, it's just been amazing. And so I can actually go on and on about my story. And I'm gonna try to stop it here. But I just wanted you guys to just really understand that it's, it's real. And, I have to say this for, legal reasons and compliance reasons. But, no, Beachbody does not guarantee that everyone is going to be able to do that. Everything that we do is based on our own skill and effort and everything else. But, I personally stand before you changed, as a changed person. And so that's what we do. We share our journeys, whatever that is. And so I am going to, just kind of move on here to the next slide. And so what does that mean for you guys, for us, right? Sitting on this side of the fence, and I'll share my screen again quickly so you can kind of see what I'm dealing with here. Hopefully this works this time. Okay, so what does that mean, right? It's a huge opportunity. In 2007, that's when it started. In 2010, there were 20,000 coaches. And Beachbody's goal is to hit 1 million coaches, and we are not there yet. We need help. We truly need help to end this trend of obesity and to change more lives. We are projected to end this year at over $1 billion in revenue. As the fitness industry is something that is growing. Everybody needs to get healthy. So there is a place for you with us if you decide to join us. So, like I said, we need your help. And so there's a couple things that, we can share with you, but ultimately it's your decision. At the end of this, you want to get back to the person who invited you, because they need to know, do you want to join us? Do you know someone who's affected by this huge challenge that we face? And do you want to help change some lives? Will you work for it? Is the timing right for you? And some of the people are actually, we have at least one person that's on this call now. These are members of our team whose lives have been changed physically, right? And with different programs. So there's Karen, there's Patrick, who's on the call, Dr. Patrick, he's a cardiologist. Aaliyah, she was in a T25 infomercial. Jose from Insanity Max 30, the DVDs that I'm in. Jenny from Insanity. Jackie from Size, Shanti's new workout. And she was blessed to be able to be in appearing in an upcoming infomercial. Kel, this is me. This was me in my Max 30 journey. This is Adrienne, from a size 14 to a 4. And so these are real people, guys. And, you know, this could be you, you know, really, truly. And so why are you here, and why do we want you here, and why would you join us? Because this is a business with brands that people know. Before Beachbody, I saw the infomercial. Before I knew anything about coaches, I saw infomercials. I saw, you know, we know that our products work. It's backed by science, and our success is proven. So there's not a lot of guesswork in what we stand behind, you know. And many of you have heard of Shakeology, I'm sure. I mean, I drink it every day. Most people here already are drinking it. And, you know, I'm not going to go into this, what I like to call commercial about it, because if you've had it, you know it's more than a protein shake. For me, it improved my digestion. It stopped my cravings. It keeps my weight off. It boosts my energy. I mean, you know, it's just, it is what it is, and you just have to experience it. You know, I often tell people, I'm like, I can talk to you until you're blue in the face about it. Until you drink it, until you try it, I can't tell you what it's going to do for you, because it does different things for different people. And so we have a ton of brands, and we are coming up with new workouts. In fact, shucks, next week we're launching a new program. And you know how many people are always looking to get fit in the beginning of the year? Like, this is the time to join us, because we are growing and we need you guys to help us, because there are a ton of people out there who need what we have, you know? And I don't know I know we started a little late. I won't necessarily share this one with you guys, but you know, like I said, I am in Insanity Max 30, and I was featured in one of the infomercials. You can find that on YouTube. I'm not gonna take up more time with this. So what happened? Why do we need coaches? It's because infomercials alone don't do it, right? Beachbody realized that. They sold exercise programs, they sold products, but we are here. We are the people who help you succeed. We are the coaches, and we provide that personal support and accountability, right? And excuse me. What are some of the benefits of being a coach? Well, you get to work from home or at a coffee shop or wherever you have a laptop or an iPhone or whatever. You are, you know, we like to say you can burn while you earn, right? You don't have to know everything. You just have to have a passion for what it is that we're doing, to be experiencing our products, and to just share that. You know, we travel, we work out with the trainers, you know, home businesses provide tax benefits, but you get paid for your efforts, right? That's just the bottom line. And you know, what you see here is us at our summit in Nashville in this past summer. I mean, it's just, we have a good time, guys. And so, you know, before I open the floor up to questions or comments, or, you know, what, you know, you guys came here to ask, if I haven't already answered it, is what do you want? You know, do you want to lose weight? Do you want to help others? Do you want to earn extra money? Do you want to meet new people, have fun? Do you want to be part of the solution? You know, do you want to become debt-free? Do you want to fire your boss? Do you want to spend more time with your family? I mean, those are some of the things that can happen if you work for it, and if that's something that you want. How do you get started? Well, we have two ways. The most common way is people getting started with our health shake and a program. We call that a business starter kit challenge pack. And you have everything you need. You are open for business as soon as that happens. And there's a money back guarantee. So there's really no risk. If you already bought a challenge pack, then even better. You know, now it's like, join us and we'll give you the tools and the things that you need to get you on your road to having some financial success with this business. But like I said, you get your money back if it doesn't work. We are just here to offer you something that has worked for us, and we believe it can work for you if that's something that, sounds like it's going to be for you. So let me close this here because I'm done with this portion, and I really like to just, hear from you guys and talk to you guys and stop talking so I can drink some water. Okay, so I'm gonna open this floor up. If, please, I keep it real. That's who I am. I ain't gonna change. So ask me questions. There are other coaches on the line. I may open it up and have them ask the questions because I don't know, it is what it is. So I'm gonna unmute everyone and feel free to ask a question if I haven't answered it already. Anybody? You don't have no questions?
I know everything.
Don't most doctors? No, just kidding.
No. The surgeons do.
Well, I have a question. What is it exactly that we do?
Well, you share, for the most part, we are on social media or face-to-face with people sharing our journey, right? The first mantra of what it is that we do is we are products of our own products, right? So you would have your fitness program and you would have your Shakeology, and we just have you be you. And I mean that, right? Because I'm not you, Patrick's not you, only you can experience what you're experiencing and share it the way you would. And if you look at my Facebook page, you'll see, I'm who I am. I am like I said, you just are sharing your journey, sharing what is working for you. And if people decide that that is something that is going to work for them, then we help them too. Does that make sense? It's like, oh, this is too good to be true, right? It's like, it's work, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like work because this is stuff that we do on a regular basis. Y'all know on Thanksgiving, you're going to be eating and taking a picture of your food. You're like, oh, look at my plate. Like, that's what I do. I take pictures of my food. Or, I do a workout and I'm like, oh my God, this thing really works. I go to a restaurant, I like it. I tell my friends, that is what we do.
I think it gets harder. Who asked that question?
That was Barbara.
Barbara?
Yes.
I think it gets harder as a coach when you think you have to do something. Because in reality, especially if people see you on your journey and they see you posting your journey, or they just see you in person as you lose weight or get in shape, they start asking the questions, what are you doing? Okay, and then you just have a conversation. So basically we have conversations with people. And when, it's kind of like saying, hey, did you see the Hunger Games movie? Which one? The first one? No, the one that just came out this week. No, I didn't see any of them. But, that's just me. I've not seen any of them. But I didn't read the books. I didn't see it because my kids said, oh, that's for the young kids, not for you, Dad. You wouldn't get it. That's exactly what they said. So, I just shared something with you. Okay, I shared that I haven't seen any of those things, but my kids have seen them and they loved them. They read the books, they loved them. Okay, you should go see them. It's up at the Regal Theater. What's that in your cup? Oh, it's Shakeology. Oh, I've heard of that. I've seen that on Facebook. What is that? So that's really what you're doing. People see me right now and they see me fairly fit. And if they just met me in the last 2 years, they don't know my journey. I don't have the ups and downs that a lot of women share with the yo-yoing of weight. Okay, doesn't mean that I'm not tired some days and I don't get my work. I don't miss my workout, but so I'm not going up 15 pounds and then losing that 15 pounds again. So if people see me right now, they're like, man, you're 51. You look pretty good for your age. I'm like, I'm supposed to look like I'm dead at 51, I guess. But, it's, I can show them the pictures that Dia showed of me in there. If you took a look at that, pretty white, I could tell you that. But I didn't take before pictures because when I started with P90X, I ordered it maybe, like a lot of other people ordered it from my a infomercial. I didn't know anything about Team Beachbody. I didn't know about $1 Million Body. Didn't know about any of the story behind Beachbody. I just saw the infomercial for P90X, and I bumped into a father of a patient of mine who looked great. And I said, "What'd you do?" He said, "P90X." So when I saw an infomercial at Christmas time, my wife said, "I didn't catch you anything yet. I was thinking of getting you this." That was at a time where I was struggling with my shape, my condition. I was getting more round. But I said, "Yeah, I'll try that," because I've seen somebody who did it. He happens to be 15 years younger than me, but he got great results. And I thought maybe I could get great results too. I started, within a month, lost 15 pounds. Within the end of the 90 days, 20 pounds. The next year I did P90X2. I became a coach when I wanted to buy P90X2 because I wanted to get the big package and it was expensive. So I wanted a 25% discount. Didn't know really anything about there being a business. Yes, when you click through and when you click through to become a coach, it says, read through all of these legal items and everything like that. And it talks about the business, but I really didn't know or want that. And when Dia contacted me at some point, because I was assigned to her, she was my coach, I was like, who is this person? Okay, and she called me, and I, eventually over time, I would be a little bit more curious about the business, and I would text her. We'd text back and forth. We'd talk a couple times, maybe a couple times a year for a year and a half, and then, towards the middle of 2013, I was like, tell me a little bit more about this, because I haven't had a raise in 5 years, and it doesn't look like we're going to get raises, and I've got kids going to college, and all we can look forward to in medicine is actually a reduction in our salary, but working harder to get it. And actually, right around the next year, I think it was, we got 2 of our physicians were let go in order to save money. So we didn't have to reduce our salaries. So two unheard of in medicine, but that's the way medicine world is these days. Fortunately, I was considered somebody that they couldn't get rid of. So I started looking at, when I started doing T25, I got down to from 200 pounds down to 165 at my lowest. I'm about 168 right now. And I wasn't looking to lose weight. I didn't need to lose weight. Okay, I was in great shape. I was thinking that they needed to adjust the graphs because I thought I was pretty good. But in reality, my BMI was telling me that I was nearly obese. At that time, I wasn't eating really well. I wasn't going to fast food restaurants, but lunch often consisted of handfuls of peanut M&Ms. Because that's all I had available to me. I didn't pack a lunch, didn't have time. I was usually packing patients in at lunchtime, so I didn't have time to go to a restaurant to get anything. There was nobody delivering that I wanted to. Nobody in my office would say, "Hey, do you want me to pick you up something?" All I had was M&Ms and sometimes Twizzlers. So I wasn't taking great care of myself. My blood pressure was elevated. My cholesterol was high. About a year after starting to buy Shakeology, I finally opened a package.
Wow.
And, when my doctor said, "I think we need to start putting you on some cholesterol medications," I said, "Yeah, let me do this T25 and start this Shakeology." And then the next year, my cholesterol was much lower. 2 years later, it was well within normal, which has never been well within normal. And my blood pressure's fine. And I'm, wearing a 31.5-inch waist down from 37. And I'm in really good shape, better shape than I was when I got married, which has been 23 years ago this Saturday. So my kids are working out. I'm an example for them. My wife is doing these workouts every day. So it like Dia said, it's changed my life in ways that are different than her. It's changed, but similar. I've not been in any infomercials. I don't have the time to commit to doing a test group or going somewhere for a month and committing to being a movie star. It's nice for Dia. I get to see her, and she's like people walk past her, go, "You're from Insanity Max 30. I know you." And you're that person that's in the background just panting heavily.
More like screaming.
Screaming, yeah, screaming. So, you know, it's been a lot of fun for me. I will tell you that the challenge groups for me, I didn't need, for P90X, I didn't need a challenge group. I was my own. I had suffered a ruptured disc in my neck in 2009, and my left arm was really weak, and I still suffer from some lack of strength and pain in that arm. But I've done every program pretty much through all the P90s, so other than Power 90. I did P90X, X2, X3, and P90. I've done Insanity, Insanity Max 30, 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme, T25, Body Beast. And so, you know, I've done them all despite
Patrick's the
various-
man.
despite various limitations.
Yeah.
So that is something for me. So, and I was looking just to, you know, get into a little bit better shape, and you know, not feel tired walking up the stairs, one flight of stairs. So that's where I was. I was really literally exhausted at the end of the day walking up one flight of stairs in my house to get the Christmas decorations. And that was when 2 days later my wife says, "I want to get you this." And I said, "Great, I'll do it." Because, you know, what I didn't need was a group of people applauding me and cheering me on. But what I did need was what I found, exactly what I was looking for years, was a program that was designed that you could follow, that you could have fun joking around with the guy on the monitor, even though he's not hearing you. You know, you're kind of in with that. When I started becoming a coach and doing my own challenge groups, I find that my challenge groups keep me going, because this, you know, along with keeping other people going, it keeps me going because I have to be accountable to them, to you. I have to be there to you. I can't sit there, you know, eating bonbons and telling everyone they need to work out. I got to be an example. I've got to be an example for my kids. I got to be an example for my patients, for parents, you know.
So good.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, that's too long.
Yeah.
That's my story.
It's been no, it's exactly that. I tell people I don't know that I would feel the way I feel, look the way I looked if I hadn't become a coach, because it's made me more focused also on my own journey. So it's just been amazing. Thank you, Patrick, for sharing that. I really appreciate that. You know, other perspective, and I think that everyone on the Zoom does too, because it's always good to hear from someone else. So, you know, any other questions? Any questions? Barbara, I hope I answered you. I mean, like Patrick said, it's
Barbara.
it seems like there's a lot more to it. And I mean, yes, we help, you know, you talk about how to share and things like that within our trainings and everything else, but it really is that. I mean, you're just sharing your journey, and, you know, it's just like people deciding whether they want, you know, Pepsi or Coke. Like, it's not going to be for everybody, and that's okay, right? You're just looking for the people who are saying, yes, this is something I want to try. And if you want to help support them, you know, that's how Beachbody rewards us. That's how we get paid. We get paid by the people that we help with our products, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's really.
And if you buy a challenge pack and you get a free business membership with buying that challenge pack for $140, you are starting potentially a, you know, let's just say a business that replaces your current income. Let's not even get into the fact that working really hard at this could get you into the millionaires club. Okay, because anything can happen for anybody. But if, you know, for me, it's not replacing any of my income. I mean, it's replacing some of my income right now, but it's what it's doing for me is it's helping me pay off my medical school loan, which I started paying in 1990. And I've got actually 6 more months on it, or actually 2020 is when I'm supposed to have it done. But actually I'm thinking of paying it off next month.
Awesome. That is awesome.
You know, so and then there's other, you know, going through medical school and training for, what was it, 15 years beyond high school of education and training before I had my first job. Is that right? 15? 7
No,
or
no,
6.
Like,
So 15 years of post-high school education and training without a real income. There was a lot of debt put on credit.
Yeah.
Because one thing about being a doctor or a lawyer is they expect that you're going to make a good income. They are loving to throw
money. at
low
you.
interest credit cards or loans at you.
Yeah.
No problem with that.
Yeah.
So, and it sinks you. So, we put diapers and shoes and formula and all sorts of stuff on credit for a while.
Yeah.
So.
And I
anyway.
know, Barbara, for your family, because you have military, it works out differently as far as like the business service fees and different things.
Yeah. Your business fee, you actually would have a free business. So like it's free. It's free for you to make money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hello,
Really free?
it's free. I mean, you would buy your product because your product is your billboard, right? That
Your
comes,
business
you
fees.
are. But your business fees are free. Your business fees are free.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
What does the shake, like what flavors does the Shakeology come in, or like what does it taste like? Like, because I've done like fitness programs, but I know it says it's not a protein shake, but like how is it different? And
It does have protein, but for me, the thing that sets it apart is the health benefits, right? There are, I want to say 6 different flavors. So there's chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, green berry, vegan chocolate, and vegan tropical strawberry. So yes, that's 6 flavors. And my favorite and your favorite may be different. I have my own. I like the vegan flavors personally, but it's a palate thing. It's all about what you like. So for me, I like to ask people if there's a dessert tip, right? Because I told you this thing, it like sucked my sweet cravings away. So for me, here's what my analogy is. If you're sitting at the dessert table and it's Thanksgiving and there's sweet potato pie, chocolate cake, cheesecake, whatever, there's a whole array of desserts, okay? Do you go for the chocolate? Do you go for the fruity? Do you go for the plain, pound cake? And so if your answer is chocolate, I'm gonna say chocolate's gonna be your favorite, right? If your answer is you going for the fruit, I'm gonna say you might like tropical strawberry. You know what I'm saying? So it's a palate thing. How is it different? I mean, like, I could have another webinar on what's in it. Here's what I'll say: you have to try it. Like, there's really no getting around the fact that you just have to drink it and try it, because there's no risk, and 90% of the people who drink it love it. And if you're part of the 10%, send it back. Like, serious.
Dave doesn't believe in vegetables and he actually drinks it. You hear me, Barbara?
you said Dave doesn't believe in vegetables?
And he actually drinks it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's over 70 ingredients in it, and it's all natural, it's all health. So it's like, yeah, my kids drink it, like everybody named mama. I'm like, you walk in my house, you gonna get a shake. Like, you gonna get a shake. I'm be like, you want a shake? Because everybody needs to be drinking a shake, you know?
So, I mean, like, is there anything besides, like, because my partner, she doesn't drink chocolate or strawberry.
Mm-hmm. There's vanilla.
Or vanilla.
There's
Vanilla, there's greenberry.
There's greenberry. Yeah, and there's
What's
Okay,
the one,
yeah.
strawberry.
What's the
Like,
one in
The new one in
2016?
January, it's a coffee one, right?
Oh, yes, Lord, I can't wait for that.
He loves coffee.
Oh, see?
But it's not coffee, right? It's not coffee. It's
Flavor.
cafe or something fancy. Because, right, I mean, you know, if you really truly, coffee is not the greatest thing for you, but this is made from the natural version of what gives you the caffeine in coffee. But I'm excited for it, okay? And I'm gonna just say that. It's latte, right? Is it latte?
Something.
Latte. But yes, January. Mm-hmm. It's just something else to help our business. Like, I just love that Beachbody puts out new products, like, to help us grow our business. Like, it's awesome. Any other questions? Linda, Lynette, Tyra, I know y'all mighty quiet. So I guess that means they'll join us.
Yeah,
Right?
I think my question is that if of course if I don't eat often, my sugar kind of drops. And my first thought in my head is just to go, I was talking to Angie about it, is that my kids' Halloween candy. And I'm like, oh, this will do the trick. But then since I've been eating very healthy, and when I do eat that candy, it really does hurt my stomach. But I guess I love working out. I don't have a problem working out. It's the eating, healthy consistently is, I guess, my biggest problem. But I was talking to Angie about getting the shakes because I didn't buy the shakes, and I wish I should. I wish I did. Because it seems like that, and when I was talking to Angie, and then you also saying that it curves out the sugar tooth.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
but
it does-
exercise is not a big deal for me. I'll get up and exercise, no problem. But since I've been starting a program, I think I probably lost like 2 pounds. But my thing is like I work so hard, but I'm eating the wrong things, and it's just, it gets frustrated after a while where you're just like, okay, I'm working so hard, but why do you keep eating the wrong things?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but I have a partner now that comes at like 5 a.m. She was wondering what I was doing and why I was posting so many different posts with the 21 days. So now she comes over at 5 a.m. And I just had another lady actually text me this morning and said, hey, what are you guys doing over there? And I was like, working out. But
Sound like
I love it. But I think my thing was the reason why I started working out. I have 2 girls. I have 3 kids. 2 girls went off to college. And, I think us as moms, we kind of lose ourselves, raising our families and kind of forget about ourselves. And so I took up running and wound up running my first half marathon, the Philly Rock and Roll one, a couple of weeks ago. And I loved it. Of course, it was a lot of pain afterwards, but I said, I can see myself running another one. But my thing is I need to get this weight off because I'm having like huge hip problems. My hips hurt a lot, and I strained a muscle in my front, the front of my leg. So I'm still working out, just working, through the pain, trying to do everything I can to try to take it away. But, and I don't want to stop working out. That's the thing. But I know I have to listen to my body as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's just my story. I figured I had to start doing something for myself and get my health right. And, because I have acid reflux, and, of course, blood pressure is slightly elevated. So they put me on medicine for that. And that's the one thing that I didn't want to go on, of course, was medicine. So I guess, of course, this year, starting the last 21 days that I've been doing this, I really want to, make a change for myself. And then, I'll see how it does with myself. And then, of course, once my friend that's working out with me in the morning, if she starts seeing results, then I think that's when other people will actually come on board. So I think that's my thought about the 21 day. I love the program. I'm ready to go on to the next one. I think mine is more of the cardio and strength training. I like dance, but I'd rather do the cardio and the strength training. So I think I'm going to hit T25 next.
Awesome. Well, we got something for you. So, that's the beauty of it. There is something for everybody, and everybody is not going to do the same thing, I said, that's the beauty of it. It's something for everybody, and everybody's not going to like the same thing. So Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I've got to go. Any passing shots at me?
No. We'll talk about you when you're gone.
Good. All right. That's the way that's
All
the way it is in my house too.
Night, Dr. C.
Night.
Love you.
Patrick.
Good night.
Yeah, so any other questions? What's
Brand new Mrs. Moore, you got any questions over there?
No, I don't have any. I don't have any at all right now. I can think of. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. It's okay.
Just checking on you, mama.
So, any reason why you guys won't be starting with us? Because we need some help. We about to approach the new year. Y'all know what happens in January 1st.
January 1st.
Well, I want to see results for myself before I could say, hey, I want to go on board. And, that's what I think that's what I'm going to be working on is seeing results within me. And then, yes, I do have people that want to work out with me and stuff, but I want them to see the results before I go ahead and make that commitment.
Are you going to, it sounds to me like you're going to be getting Shakeology. So.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting that shake. I'm going to get some shake. I got to get them shakes, man. It's bad over here. I cannot be eating my kids' Halloween candy over here. It's not good.
Well, we can talk more offline about that, but I'm going to tell you why that is exactly the thing not to do, meaning wait, okay? Because there are going to be people who are watching you, and you're going to tell them what you're doing, and they're going to go get it.
Yeah.
And they're not going to get it from you. So wouldn't you want them to get it from you, even while you're working on yourself? Because that's when it's the most real.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna push back a little bit and tell you, you need to not wait, because it is during your journey that people see the changes that are happening, and they want to do what you're doing because they are seeing it happen, not after the fact.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's true.
So trust me when I tell you, I ain't new to this game, okay? It's
All right,
serious,
Let me eat this.
5 years.
Let me eat this one little mini Snickers, and then I'll let you know.
Hilarious. I'm gonna be on her team.
What'd you say? You want some
Linda's
Snickers? Let me tell you, we got
They
some.
be like, oh yeah, I want to be on her team. She gonna let me have Snickers.
Because that's the reality of the journey that you're on, is that, like, that's the beauty of it, is that you're a real person. You didn't suddenly turn into some workout machine that
Right.
invincible to sweets and
Right.
it's like I eat food and I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
didn't I say that when I started? We want you to be you, okay? This is not about, yes, this is about making you better and making you make healthier choices. Does that mean you ain't gonna have a Snickers? No.
Oh, I'm me, all right. I am me.
And so, but we don't want to change that. Oh, it's not all of a sudden you become a coach and you gotta be, six-pack Sally. That's not what this is. This is, I am on this journey and I want to do this with you. And so let's do this together. That is the way we operate on this team. So don't ever feel like you need to be perfect to impact somebody's life, because you don't. It is when we are,
that ain't never gonna happen.
when we change people. So,
How do we get the shakes? It comes in the mail?
Yeah, everything comes in the mail. So once you order, and get signed up and get your package comes directly from the company.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
You gotta be a coach to get the shakes.
No, no, you don't. It just makes good financial sense because we all like a discount,
Yeah, I know. I was just kidding.
I love the shakes. The shakes save me so much time.
Yes.
Yes, and I tried to get Lynette to get them at first, and she's like, "Oh no, I'll wait." And then she got them.
Now,
I was
me-
like, knew it. I was trying to save her in the beginning, like just get them with the challenge pack. But I'm glad she
Me and
likes it.
Lynette was hitting that candy.
It helps curb. It helps curb all that sweetness.
Yes.
It does.
It
That
really
chocolate, told Angie, it was like, it tastes like a dessert when I'm drinking the chocolate shake. And then with the strawberry, same thing, like strawberries and cream, you know, is what it tasted like. And vanilla I didn't like at first, but mixed
It grows on you.
there's some peanut butter or something. It's a lot better.
Yeah. Well, look, like I said, it doesn't change you, right? So I remember when I first started drinking Shakeology, you know, I'm gonna stop the recording because now we just like having a good time.